Yes, everybody, welcome to the phone-in show. Another questionable performance from Manchester City, another terrible display, another 1-1, another draw. Disgusting is my only input on this, you know what I mean? We're having a bad time. I don't know where the fix is. Hopefully, the guys that are in the phone-in show, because I know all you guys who watch these shows are all smarter than me and Lewis. We don't know anything, really. So we're going to get your thoughts, you know what I mean? Because we don't know anything. Let's get your thoughts about it. There's quite a lot of you in the waiting rooms, but for the people who are first timers, I am El Jodipodi. This is El Grandel B, and this is a phone-in show. You're going to get involved with the phone-in show, then the link to the Extra Club is in the description below. So just press that link, join the Extra Club, and join the queue. And when I say queue, there's a big queue.
Yeah, a lot of people want to get on. So just a quick one, guys, for the new people who've not been on the phone-in show before. If you come on, just make sure that you mute your YouTube and just speak to us and listen to us through Discord, so we don't get any background interference through the stream. Otherwise, it'll sound all dodgy and we won't be able to talk to you.
Also, because of the amount of people, the sheer amount of people that are going to want to come on tonight and give a bit of a stress, we're going to limit the calls to about 2 minutes.
Yeah, just like we did against United. It's still plenty of time to get your point across.
Yeah.
2 minutes is a fair time. Right, the first couple of people have been messaged already, Bray. I'm ready to hear this, what could be quite a difficult phone-in show, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah. Also, if you don't want to join the Extra Club and you can't join the Extra Club or whatever, and you still want to get your point across, we will read out super chats in between calls throughout the stream. That's right, bro?
That's right, bro.
All covered, yeah? Right. Let's get this show on the road. So first up, by the way, if people are asking about names and stuff, we got a name thing coming soon. It's not there yet, so you'll have to tough it out. But first up, we have Cherish. We'll get Cherish in the call right now. Yes, Cherish, how you doing, mate? Can you hear us?
Yeah, boy.
Yes, I can hear you now. You alright, mate?
Yeah.
What's good, Charis? How are you feeling after that performance?
If I have to use one word for that performance, it would be organizing. It felt like the game against QPR in 2012. But that Aguero moment never came in this game, you know? So, it was so agonizing.
Yeah. Well, what do you put it down to? Do you put it down to players' performance? Do you put it down to the formation? Well, what do you put this... Because it wasn't the best performance. What do you put it down to?
I think, again, our lack of finishing cost us the game. And formation was also not on point. I think Gundogan should have played where he played in the second half. He was more attacking in the second half. He ventured forward much more than he did in the first half.
Completely agree.
Yeah. Cherish, though, in the first half, right, he plays Rodri and Gundogan, right? And I said before the game, I said, I don't mind that if Rodri's going to, be the one who drops back sort of in between the centre-backs and Gundogan pushes forward, which is sort of what happened in the second half. Why against West Brom, who've got the worst defence in the league, at home, why do you think Pep plays with two flat holding midfielders? Does he not trust his defence? Does he think his attack's good enough, without needing that extra attacking player? Because for me, that's just a very, very negative way to set up against a team, which really, you should be dominating possession.
I think Pep is really fearful of the counter-attacks we faced recently. I mean, last year we also went out of the Champions League because of the counter-attack attacks of the opponents. And I think Pep's Achilles heel in tactics is when the opponent plays 5 in the midfield. He usually loses those games.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
What do you think about the league now? Do you still think it's on, or do you reckon it's off, on or off?
No, it's on. It's on.
Still think it's on, yeah.
Yes, that's a positivity there.
That is positive, Cherish.
Yeah,
nice
we're
one,
not
mate.
that far off. Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of positivity there. Nice one, Cherish. Thanks for coming on, mate. Thanks for phoning in on the Discord server. That's Cherish, guys. He still thinks that the league is on. Yeah, again, a little bit confused why Gundogan was playing so deep in that first half, as am I. As I think most people are. It seems very strange.
It was a weird way to start against
He also
West
said,
Brom.
right, and this is a question for people to think about. He also said, Pep's very scared of the counter-attacks. Has Pep become more scared of our weaknesses than sort of confident about our strengths? You know what I mean?
No, that's a good question.
I fully
man.
understand that on the counter-attack, playing with one CDM, might be a little bit vulnerable, but I'd be backing my players to score more goals. Maybe it's flipped, I don't know. Right, let's take the next call. I think we got a new caller, bro.
Yes, this is a new caller. Radar HZ.
Yep.
Yes, Radar. If you can hear me, unmute your microphone and you'll be live on the phone-in show.
Yes, Radar. Can you hear us?
Yes, lads. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
loud
hear.
and clear, mate. How are you feeling?
Yeah, that's me. Oh, I'm gutted, you know what I mean? I'm just 1 point against West Brom at home. That's not good, is it?
No, not at all.
What do you think about the actual fundamental performance though? Because it's not just 1 point where we played well. Again, we played rubbish. We didn't create anything. Like, what's going on here?
Do you really think we played rubbish, though? I mean, we did make a lot of chances in the second half, and the balls came in. The attack was coming in, but the ball just didn't go in the back of the net. I mean, West Brom, they really did set up really well, and that game was us to win, but
I don't
that
remember that
one
many
goal,
chances.
man, that was heartbreaking.
I don't remember that many.
It was
chances,
so unlucky.
though. I remember the two headers, which is fair enough. Yeah, on another day they go in. The Gundogan header, it's a good ball in, and then the Sterling header. But other than that, I can't really remember that many chances. I don't know.
I think West Brom, like you say, West Brom did set up very defensively. They came in, they did a job, they did exactly what they needed to do, what they wanted to do. So you have to credit them for that. You know what I mean? They've done it. It's worked for them. However,
Yeah, it really did work for them.
Yeah. However, I just feel like we should be breaking these down. We have the players, we have the quality. Why aren't we breaking these teams down? Like, surely we should be going at these teams. And yeah, I know we had them few clear-cut chances at the end. I just don't remember any clear-cut chances. I'm sure at the second half, I'm sure we only had something like 3 touches inside their box.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Radar, let me ask
I mean,
you a question.
the quality. Yeah. Go on.
Let me ask you a question, right? So I get that West Brom came in and sat back, and it is hard to it is hard to break them down. I understand that, but we shouldn't be surprised at this. So for me, it's a surprise, therefore, that Pep decided to go for 2 holding midfielders because. I get it's going to be a graft. It's going to be difficult to break them down, but surely then you would decide to take out either Rodri or Gundogan and put another attacking player in there.
So I fully agree about that. See, I don't see why he chooses to go with 2 DMs in a game where West Brom are not going to attack much and they're going to sit back. So to break down that low block, you obviously need an attacking dynamic midfielder like Bernardo to come in, even when Gundogan was pushing up very late. But I think that should have been done much earlier than in the first half, then instead of just waiting for the last 15 minutes in the last second half for Gundogan to start pushing up and making some.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that completely. I mean, I feel like within 10-15 minutes, most people saw that the 2 holding midfielders was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why he waited till half time to make that change, personally. Because I think that once he did make that change, I thought we looked a lot better.
Yeah,
we did get on
we
the
came
ball.
out the second half a lot better than the first half.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why I didn't make that in the first half. What are you thinking about the league now? Obviously, it's another game where we've dropped points. We've now got to go to Southampton, which is not going to be easy. We've won 5 games in 12, 1 more than Arsenal and Leeds. Are you still confident?
5 wins in 12 games. That's not good, is it?
No,
The league's
terrible.
not looking good right now. I'm going to be admitting that, but I'm not going to write off my team. It's not mathematically done, and it's not done until it's mathematically done. But I'm at a point. The team's at a point where if top contender they start putting on a good run of wins together, then the league just might well be over because we're just hanging on to the top of the league by other teams not putting together a good result. And if one of them teams starts doing that, then the league might just be over because we just don't look like we're going to be able to put that string of wins together.
Yeah,
I'm completely with you there.
It needs to come quick. Radar, thanks a lot for coming on, mate. Nice speaking to you, pal.
Yeah, that was me.
Cheers, Radar.
I'm sort of in that position. I keep on looking at our results and going, there's no chance we're winning the league. But then you look at the league table and you're like, bloody hell, we're still up there somehow. I have no idea. I think we're sitting 6th. Are we 6th? We're sixth.
How?
We're sixth. We're 5 points behind Tottenham and Liverpool. Granted, that's going to change tomorrow when that result changes. But even so, say Tottenham win and they go to what, 28 points? We're still we're only 8 points behind, and we've still got a game in hand. I think it is now getting to that point where, like, we're clinging on now. We're looking at other teams and going, I hope you lose, because if you lose, we're still in it. But that does need to change ASAP.
Yeah, we are. Ty Tekla, by the way, we have a super chat. £4.99. Thought he was going to bed. You know what I mean? He said night and everything, didn't she? She said night, but she can't help herself. She says, I couldn't help myself. I had to tell you, Pep's post-match interview is in denial. Just a heads up, yeah. Right, I'm going for real now. Yeah, Ty, go get some rest, innit?
Right, well, but I don't want to see what he said.
I have it next to me, one quote. Can I tell you?
If you want.
He said, this isn't too bad, this one. He says, if we want to be there at the top of the Premier League, we have to win these games. All respect to West Brom, but we know it.
I mean, that's correct. That's kind of the obvious, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, you have to win games. I mean, anyway, I don't want to see.
But the rest of it,
that later on.
Yeah, we can swerve that for a bit because we'll get an LB rage, and we don't need an LB rage. As much as the chat would love to see it. Right, okay. Next up, someone who is usually the bottom of the pile. We've mixed it up a bit this week with the chat. After feedback, we're trying to get new people. If you're new to it, we're trying to get them on first and stuff like that, aren't we, bro? Trying to get, like, you know what I mean, sort of a fair balance. So next up, we have famous on the show, probably C1's favourite caller. It's Renners. Yes, Renners. How you doing, mate? I'm guessing all that positivity that we had before is long gone.
Hello?
Hey, mate, you all right?
No, not really.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
How are you feeling, mate?
Disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's disappointing.
I mean, you called it, didn't you? You called it, Renners, before the game. You wasn't happy with the team. Let's flip it then. What in particular do you think that Pep got wrong with that team today?
It's just a double pivot
Yeah.
against a team that is struggling. Just go at them. You've got to take the game to a team like that.
Why do you think he does that though? Because we had a caller, I think I can't remember if it was the first caller. Someone said maybe Pep's scared of the counter attack, but surely is it not getting to a point now where it seems that maybe Pep is just too scared? I feel maybe he's scarred from last year.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? Maybe just focus on the attacking, the attacking abilities of our players. I totally agree. I would have totally gone at them tonight. They got the worst defence in the league. If we would have got an early goal, I'm sure their heads would have wobbled. As I'm sure United's heads would have wobbled at the weekend. But I don't know. I mean, it did look better in the second half.
To be fair though, if we did that last season, you'd understand it because the defence wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
But this season, we've improved the defence. We've got 2 centre-backs in. Mendy's come back. Hopefully he stays injury-free, hopefully. We should have a solid defence, and now you're playing a pivot. Why?
Yeah, I don't know why he's trying to protect that back four. Like you say, last season you'd fully accept the double pivot to try and protect him a little bit. But we said in our preview of this game that it's time to let that go and let the defence be the defence. I'm sure the big boys, they can handle it themselves. They've been playing really well at defence recently. And I just don't understand why he's gone double pivot against a team that's going to sit back against us. It's just a wasted man. There's plenty of times in that first half where you see Gundo and Rodri just stood there next to each other.
Yeah, it didn't make sense, that did it at all.
He really needs to put someone alongside Keysby, Bernardo Silva or Foden, someone who's going to help the attack, because that's where we're weak.
Yeah, well, in that second half, when Gundogan pushed forward into that 8 role, we seem to be playing much better. So I don't understand. Like Lewis said before, I don't understand how we're not starting with that. How has he not seen that in the first 5 minutes?
Is Gundogan, though, a great attacker? I don't think he is. I think he's in between.
No.
I think he's...
No. I agree with you, Reynolds. However, it did look better though, didn't it? You got to admit, in the second half when Gundogan did push forward, I agree, it's not ideal, but it certainly was an improvement on the first half where it was basically just a flat double pivot. Rodri and Gundogan stood next to each other. At least in the second half he did go forward, but the question is still, one, why does he feel the need that he has to play Gundogan and Rodri? And two, why does he feel the need that when they do play together, why can't Gundogan just push up a little bit further like he did in the second half? And we looked 10 times better. All right, still not great, but we did look better in that second half. It baffles me, Renners. It does baffle me. I don't know.
To be honest with you, half of me rather we go for it and get beat. At least you put a good match on. At the moment, we're not even putting that on. It's boring to watch.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything that resembles good football. Yeah. Like for us as well, like who doing watch alongs and stuff like that, we want to see nice football and stuff. And as fans, we all want to see that from our club.
Great going forward.
Yeah,
we were great going forward last season, even though we got beat. But at least it was a good game to watch. All right, we could still play about the result, but at least it's a good game to watch.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's kind of like continual disappointment.
yeah, not good. I just think it doesn't get any easier. We've now got to go to Southampton, which is going to be a difficult game.
That's me disgusting.
And we're now in a situation where we're looking at the table, and I don't know how we're six. I have no idea, but we are six, so you got to give some credit where it's due. But at some point, someone above us is going to put a run together, and if we don't put a run together very soon, we're gonna fall off. So. I don't know. I think the weekend.
Yeah, Petty's tried something different. He's tried something completely different. But maybe take someone out of the team and maybe start Bernardo or Foden on his proper position, not makeshift left winger. That's not his position. He needs to play people in his position. We've said this now since you've been going about 4 or 5 months.
Yep, that's
true.
It's true. It's true.
He told us all along, didn't he? That is the David Silva replacement. So
yeah, well, he needs to prove it.
Stay true.
And then Cancelo does all that on the right, then goes to the left, and he's no good there.
Yeah,
he's not a left. He's not a left back. He's not a left back.
No, I agree. I think especially in games where you need an attack. I don't think he can. I think it's a little bit different when. What you say?
If Mendy was injured, he might have just gone with a back three.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are
and
saying
then just gone for it.
A lot of people are saying that with Laporte, Stones, and Diaz. We'll have to see, but not looking good, Renners. Not looking good, mate. We'll have to see what happens against Southampton. That's not going to be any easier. Nice one, mate. Speak to you again soon, pal.
No, cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Renners. See you in a bit. We got a super chat, bro.
All right.
During that call, we got a super chat. Thomas Redgrove, £4.99. Thank you very much, Thomas. It says, I know we were only 5 points off the top, but that was unacceptable. I love City so for the benefit of the club and the team, it might be Pep's time to go. That sounds like a heartfelt leaving letter. Do you know what I mean? He's very, very disappointed in it. You can tell.
He's very, very disappointed.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not Pep out in it. I'm not Pep out. I just things need fixing. Things need fixing. But thank you very much, Thomas, for your £5 super chat. Obviously, all super chats help us very much. Next caller, bro.
Let's go to the next caller, bro.
Next up, then we have Ollie B. Ollie B. Yes. There's such a list of people that I'm just looking to find the names. Yes, Ollie, if you're there, unmute the mic.
Yes, Ollie, how you doing, mate?
Hi, not too bad, thanks. How are you?
I'm a little bit gutted, to be honest with you. I thought we approached the game all wrong, and like Renners, I would have gone at it today, and I just thought it was a little bit negative, especially after that game against United. I sort of understand it against United. You don't want to get beat. You know, they beat us a few times. You know, take the point, let's move. But then West Brom at home, they're leaking goals. And I was disappointed, Ollie. I really was.
No, I mean, I said it after the Tottenham game, we wouldn't win the league. So it hasn't come as a shock for me in a way. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why he went a lot. He almost set up the same way that we did against United, and I don't understand that. I understood it against United, and I said on the Discord earlier in the week that I understood why he did it, because I assumed we would win tonight, and I thought, well, you know, you've got to balance it out, especially with other teams dropping points. But I just think people can't say, well, we can stack off the league because we need to get top four. Do you know what I mean? We're in the fight to get top four. We can't. People are saying, oh, well, we're 5 points off the top. Well, we're 2 or 3 points off the top four, and I know that's only a win, but everyone else has got to play tomorrow. I really don't think we're going to be. I think we'll possibly draw Southampton on Saturday. You're then looking at more points behind. I mean, there's not a lot. I'm just frustrated, and I'm upset, to be honest with you. Just the way it's a shadow of the team that I've seen over the past 2 years. It's a complete shadow of the team. I mean, if you look the 2 years we won the title, the front six picked itself in a way. I mean, you had Sane, Aguero, Sterling, Fernandinho, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. That was your front six, and if they were all fit, it picked itself every game. And I'm looking at it tonight, and I've no disrespect to the players who were there, but I mean, you've got Foden playing left wing, who shouldn't be playing there. Jesus isn't the man for me who's going to fire you to a title. He isn't going to score 20 goals a season. And Sterling, I can't remember the last time Sterling scored in the Prem. So,
yeah,
it's been a while.
And you look behind that, you get Kevin De Bruyne. I think looks frustrated. I think he's looking around him and thinking, "Are the players around me the players I played with?" There's no David Silva with him. Fernandinho obviously wasn't there tonight. I would have played him. Rodri, especially in a game like tonight, isn't the player I would have gone with. Especially, I mean, when West Brom did get the ball toward the latter stages of the game, Rodri wasn't there, whereas Fernandinho would have been there. I also said this morning as well, I would have played Laporte, and I think, not to big myself up, but I thought Ake was at fault for the first goal,
he was,
and I thought Ake was sloppy in the second half.
Yep, he was
as well, giving the ball away towards the end of the game. And I don't think you'll see him for a while now if Pep's going to stick to what he said of we play players due to performances, which I don't believe anyway, but that's what he's saying. And I get Laporte back in this team straight away because we've got to change it. We've got to change something. There's no half spaces at all now. Where you used to look at Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva, they'd run between the full back and the centre back. There's none of that going on at all. It's been a long time since I've seen that. And I think he's just completely. I mean, I as you know, I love Pep, and I would never say Pep out. I'm never going to get on that fan brigade at all. But I just think they've focused so much on getting this defence right, it's almost taken away how good we actually were going forward.
Yeah, I agree, right? But the thing is, the defence does look all right. Yeah, we made a defensive mistake tonight, but as a whole, as a unit, we look a lot better defensively. So why the need to then play two holding midfielders? I really don't understand that, you know what I mean? And the thing is, right, and when I saw the team today and I saw the two holding midfielders, I wasn't critical at first because I saw the fact that Cancelo was on the pitch and so was Mendy. But then for me, he played the wingers in the wrong positions.
Yeah.
Because then Foden occupied left wing where Mendy wanted to be and Sterling occupied right wing. And there was one time in that second half, when Sterling went onto that left side.
Yeah,
and
they switched over, didn't they?
Yeah, he got the ball on the left-hand side, cut inside, and it left a massive gap for Mendy. All right, that happened once all game, and I just feel that he played Foden and Sterling in the wrong positions, and that basically meant that you saw João Cancelo playing as an inverted fullback at some points in the game.
Yeah.
But then when Kyle Walker come on, you seen Kyle Walker bombing up. And I just thought, it
was a mixed match.
I just think we're all over the place at the moment. I don't know where goals are coming from. Like you say, Kevin's looking frustrated. Jesus, no. Yeah. The thing is with Jesus, he's not the man to fire us to the title, but I don't think he was ever designed to be that person. But at the moment, because of Aguero's poor fitness and poor fitness and injury record, he's basically our number one striker. And I don't think for me he's at that level. I think he's a decent backup, but when you're asking him to play 6-7 games in a row in the Premier League, he did it last year, didn't he? When he played 9 games in a row and didn't score.
Yeah.
I don't think he can take that on.
I am genuinely starting to think now we are going to be in a fight for top 4. I think there's more chance of us being in a fight for top 4 than there is the title.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people.
Honestly,
I genuinely believe that.
Yeah.
Very disappointing, Ollie. We'll have to see. Like I say, I said to Renners, and you said it yourself, the weekend, not going to be an easy game. They're right up for it, Southampton. You know what I mean? They're in top 4. They get a result against us, they'll be buzzing.
Yeah, they will be.
With fans, yeah. Have they got fans in that stadium, yeah?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, just nothing's going for us at the moment, is it?
Madness, isn't it?
Give us a break. Nice one, Ollie. Thanks a lot, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers, Ollie. See you in a bit.
Not much positivity around, and I don't blame people, to be honest.
No, Dara's come in with a good idea, bro.
Right.
He said we should get a Pep out and a Pep in, because we can have more than one person on the same call. If the opportunity arises, that'd be a good thing to get. That a Pep out person and a Pep in person. If you're Pep out, let us know. Also, some news coming out, bro. That apparently Slaven Bilic facing the sack after that match.
Interesting.
Weird.
I mean, the 19th.
So, I mean...
They've won 1 game all season. They've drawn 4, lost 8, scored 10, conceded 26 goals.
Jeez.
4 more than any other team. That is absolutely atrocious.
And we couldn't score more than 1.
Honestly, it's just a joke. Right,
I'm delirious.
let's keep it moving, bro.
Yes, let's keep it moving. Flowing thick and fast. Next up after Ollie were Syndigo. Is this a new caller, bro?
New member joined in the
New
live stream.
member. Yes. Yes, Syndigo, if you are there, unmute the mic and you'll be live on the Phoning Show.
You right, boys?
How you doing, mate?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nice one.
What
How are we?
Good, mate. Well, I say good. We're not really good. Not good in a football term. In a chilling term, yeah, I'm all right. What are your thoughts on the match, bro? He gutted?
I'm pretty devastated, to be honest. It was such a big chance for that 3 points. I mean, it's West Brom at home.
I know.
It's such an easy game, and we're playing a double pivot. I mean, don't get me started on the double pivot. It's been winding me up for weeks.
Yeah. So my thoughts when I seen the team lineup, right, and I seen the double pivot, I was like, yeah, pretty weird. But I thought Gundogan would play further up, like we've seen in the Champions League games sometimes. And he's looking like sharp, and he played a bit further up, and I was like, yeah, buzzing. I'm fine with that, absolutely fine with that. However, we start, and then Gundogan and Rodri straight away are flat both together, and they just cancel each other out, and I can never get behind that. I can never get behind Gundogan and Rodri playing as a flat holding midfield. Why do you think Pep doesn't know this?
I have no idea what he sees in it, because we even saw in that second half when Gundogan was pushing up, he was easily the best player on the pitch. He was so good.
Yeah, he smashed it. He was our main attacking threat when he pushed up forward. He was linking up all the play. It was nice to see. But I don't understand.
Absolutely.
I don't understand why we didn't start with that.
I just think all the problems stem from the spine. I just don't think Rodri can do it anymore. I think he's a fantastic footballer, but he doesn't fit this team or the Premier League in general. He's just a little bit slow.
I've said this before.
Jesus, I mean, it's just straight down the centre. Jesus just cannot. He just can't score. It's as simple as that.
To be fair to him though, Syndigo, today he didn't get that. He didn't get any chances really, did he? I remember him having. I think he got a header off a corner. He is. I know he's not getting the goals, but right now he is feeding off absolute scraps in it. You know what I mean? To be fair, to balance things out, he is feeding on absolute scraps. We're not giving him a lot, and United, we give him hardly anything there as well. You know what I'm saying?
That is true, yeah. I think the problem is we actually have too much of the ball for our own good, because teams know now that they can sit back and we just won't make chances. We just turn into Cross-Chester City and then ping crosses into our 5'9" striker who's never going to score. I think we have to let other teams have a bit of the ball and try and break a bit more and use our quality. Like, I remember, 2 seasons ago, the Schalke game at home in the Champions League. It's one of the best games of football I've ever seen. It's just, we let them have a bit of the ball and then we just countered. And I don't know, I just think we need to give teams more of the ball in a weird way. I think they bottle it more.
Yeah. I mean, I think I said that against United.
You did. Give them a little bit of the more ball, so you end up being able to counter, and it frees up a little bit more space on the pitch. Yeah. And I agree with Lewis has said about what you said about Rodri before. Lewis said that. I genuinely think Rodri will probably come on to be one of the best centre defensive mids potentially in the world. But whether it's in this league, I don't know. If he was in Spain, honestly, people like he was before, people look at him going, he is the next best thing. He is pretty much Sergio Busquets, but is that what we need? Or do we need someone faster, someone a bit more agile, like Fernandinho, like that kind of role, the Zakaria kind of thing, isn't it? Like it will.
I think if we're going to keep playing the system that we've been playing the last few years, we need someone more agile. If he's willing to adapt the system, then I don't see why Rodri won't fit. But right now, what we see from Pep, it's pretty stubborn, isn't it? We just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I think it's a fight for top 4, really, in a horrible way.
A couple people said that now.
But I think we'll get it. I think we'll get it, no problem. I think we'll be fine.
I hope so, yeah.
I bloody hope so. I can't be arsed with that Europa League. Jeez, that ain't good.
The last thing I think we should do is sack Pep. there's no way we can get rid of one of the best managers in the world. And one thing I would say as well, if Arsenal keep doing rubbish, then get Arteta back in if he gets sacked. Get him straight back in.
Yeah,
because Sterling, I mean, he hasn't looked the same since he hasn't had that man management from Arteta. I think we could do with. I don't even know who our assistant manager is at the moment.
I don't know.
Yeah, is that Lilo guy?
Lilo guy.
I don't know what he does. Is it?
I don't have a clue. He's either Syndigo. Nice one, mate. Thanks for coming on, pal. Thanks for signing up as extra club member. I seen it's joined today, so yeah. Shout out to you. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Indigo.
Right, okay. Let's keep it moving. Nice. That was a new member, Syndigo. That, by the way, joined today. Joined the stream. Extra club member. Link in the description.
Yes, big up. Also, extra club members. If you are watching, obviously you should be watching. You are in the phone-in show. There is in the City Extra part of the Discord. There's a player ratings part. You can go put your ratings in there, and we'll include that in our preview, in our review, won't we, Bria?
Yeah, man.
Which is always good, showing that your interactivity helps us, because everyone hates.
A lot of people, by the way, saying it's going to be a race for top 4. Well, that's gone south very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Let's get regular on the show. We've got Elgin Cow, or Elgin Cow as it actually is pronounced.
Elgin Cow.
Yes. James, how you doing, mate? He wasn't doing too good against United, so I don't think...
I don't think he'll any better now.
Yeah. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you make of that then? Again, I asked the same question to you. You know, you're at home, West Brom, worst defence in the league, plays 2 holding midfielders. Are you with him? Did you think that was the right move?
I mean, it's not the right move. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at what he did and how it worked out, because we all know what's going to happen.
But why do we know that, James? Why do we know that? And you know, to us it's glaringly obvious. To most fans, it's glaringly obvious that was a strange move. You know, playing at home to West Brom. But why does he keep doing it? What's he seeing that in playing the 2 holding midfielders?
Because he's got favourite players, and he knows who he wants to play. This whole if you're playing well, you'll play is complete BS. Because he's got Rodri. Well, Rodri started again today.
So you think he's kidding then when he says that? You think he's basically chatting a load of rubbish?
I mean, you've got Sterling as well. How does Sterling keep playing if he's going like that?
I see what you're saying. There's a lot of people who are questioning the Sterling starting thing, and he obviously is not in that much form. But
and as for the first half compared to the second half, with Gundogan scored a goal in the first half.
Yeah, but that
from the deeper position.
Yeah, but he was more advanced in that position though. He was flirting with going forward throughout that first half. He wasn't actually sticking. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
I know
he was very conflicted
he's got
in
to
what
do
he
that,
wanted to do
throughout the full. If you've got Gundogan there throughout the full 90 minutes, you're going to get a couple of goals from there.
I fully think that we should have started with Gundogan pushed higher up. I don't
mind him and Rodri starting together if they were doing that the full game.
Yeah,
you've got Rodri holding, either Gundogan or Bernardo slightly ahead of him, and then you've got Kevin De Bruyne ahead of them.
Yeah, see, I'm completely fine with that. I actually like it. I like it. Gundogan's looking good recently. He's showing a lot of pace, and I genuinely like that. But I'm really not in the boat of starting Rodri and Gundogan next to each other. I don't think they kind of cancel each other out, and you pretty much lose a man. So I feel like pushing Gundo forward and it did change the game.
I feel like when you push Gundo forward, you need that to be Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that.
Bernardo's a shout. We've been shouting for Bernardo to be in that position for a long time.
When was the last time Bernardo played?
I don't even know.
I can't remember. But he looked good when he did it. I think it was in the Champions League. I don't even know. I might be chatting there, but he actually looked good when he last played. I remember thinking about it, thinking, are we seeing Bernardo back now?
It's not looking good, is it? What are you thinking for Southampton at the weekend, James? Are you confident?
Southampton. Honestly, if we get a point, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, they're in top form, aren't they? They're in big form.
Yeah, because they're in top form. They've got fans with them.
If they get a free kick, they're dangerous.
Oh yeah, Ward-Prowse.
Yeah,
Absolutely banging them in.
I've got Ward-Prowse in my fantasy team, so I wouldn't mind him getting a goal, but just as long as we can score more. I've got Kevin De Bruyne captain in my fantasy team, and that's been for the derby and now for this.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, Kevin should have definitely scored one of those free kicks today.
I think it's sick, isn't it? With free kicks, I think
The keeper made a good save for the first one. I remember that.
Yeah.
Every keeper that we play against just turns into like prime Neuer or Buffon every time we play them. But I bet you that goalkeeper, like I don't know who West Brom played the weekend, but if he concedes like 2 or 3 goals in the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what does that really say about our attack?
Yeah, it is disgusting.
Disgusting, James. Disgusting. We'll have to see what happens on at the weekend, man.
Yeah.
Another tricky game, but
And we'll have championship football next season, so I'm looking forward to that already.
Can't wait.
Bloody hope not.
The promotion charge is on.
I know. Nice one, James. Speak to you again soon.
For me, it's either championship or Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know which is better, to be honest.
I don't.
Both equally bad.
Yeah. Right. Thanks, James.
I'll see you later.
We'll speak to you against Southampton. See you in a bit, mate.
Cheers.
Yes. Regular on the show.
Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. The confidence is just not there at the moment, and rightly so. It's difficult to create confidence out of thin air when you're not performing.
Cameron says there, Jordan, West Brom, team or machine?
Yeah.
Machine by the looks of it.
Frankie's just messaged me. He's come on the show a few times. He said Slaven Bilic has just been sacked, and I'm not sure if he has actually been sacked or whether it's just rumours. But
we just said this, didn't we? Freddie? Has he actually been sacked or what?
I can't see anything.
Maybe he's like, he's close to being sacked.
I said then that he's on the way out.
Yeah. Bad news, that guy's at 18th. We couldn't beat a team 18th at home.
Madness.
Right. Let's keep it moving.
Yes, next up we have Spencer. I think Spencer Fraker it is. Fraker? Can't remember. I always do that. Yeah. I think it's Fraker. I think I was right.
You do that exact thing.
The exact same thing every single time, but I'm pretty sure it's Fraker. I'm banking on Fraker. All right, Spencer.
Yes. Hey, boys.
Is it Fraker or Fracker?
Fraker.
Yes, I knew I got it right first time. I have this argument in my head every single time when I read your name.
Yeah, well, you're 2 for 2, Jordy.
2 for 2. Oh, did I get it right last time as well?
Yeah, after United on the weekend.
Yes, buzz in. We'll keep that streak going.
Well done.
My 2 for 2 is better than City we've had for quite a while.
Yeah, I know. It's not good, is it, Spencer? Well, what's your thoughts?
Well, so we're all touching on the same thing. The double pivot was gross today. Even though second half, Gundogan was great all day. Second half, best player on the pitch. But you're right. It's just gross. So you don't need to touch on it anymore. But you feel for we've talked a lot about how Kev hasn't been his best at all this year, right? But even still, you look at the frustration that he had today, where he puts in 2 unbelievable crosses at the end of the game, and we can't bury him, right?
Yeah.
With Gundogan's header was, and again, James, last caller, said keeper was fantastic, made some excellent saves today. But despite the tactical, mistakes and all the stuff we don't like there, we still had enough chances where we should have won this game. And none of this matters tactically. All this stuff is if we get chances, but we can't bury them. Sterling has to find a way to bury that header, which I know that's not his game, but you have to. You have to win this game. You have to do that. Gundogan, same thing at the end there. And I know he had the first goal, and I know he was incredible, but that's a clear, free, perfect header opportunity that should have been buried. And it was a great save, but still, it was way closer than it should have been, right? You have Aguero at the end, and I know he hasn't played and he's off form and all this stuff, but you have to put that one ball on target at minimum, right? And, that was just a great play by the keeper with Kev on the free kick, but still 4 or 5 chances there at the end of the match in the last 10 minutes of play where it's like we need one of those to be buried, not 0 for 5. And that's, I think, more than anything else, is we just cannot finish goals. It's physically impossible for us right now, and it's excruciating to watch because you feel like you need a free tap in or a free or a pen in order for us to to find a goal.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think like I can't remember a time where I've been looking at a match and going like from outside the box or like from the edge of the box, shoot from there. Do you know what I mean? Like anything like that, it's always walk the ball into the back of the net
something
situation.
that I've been saying on a lot of streams, and people can vouch for this because I do say it all the time, is I don't see where we're gonna score. I'm like in previous years gone by, even when we've been playing crap, you're seeing where chances can be created. I'm looking at the game now and I'm like, how are we gonna get a chance? I don't know how we're getting a chance. Is it good, like you say, Spencer? Is it going to be a tap in? Is it going to be a penalty today? Like you just mentioned, 4 or 5 chances there, right? They all came within like the last 10 minutes of the game. 2 of them were spam crosses from Kevin De Bruyne, which at that point, when Kevin's doing that, you know it's bad. When Kevin's playing right wing, putting crosses in, you know stuff ain't gone right, yeah? So they were 2 crosses put in. Granted, all right, probably should have scored them. We got a free kick, which, is a free kick. And we're asking Aguero to, I get it, he should cut across it, we said that, but it's not the easiest of chances as well. These chances only come in the last 10 minutes. You know what I mean? We're struggling to create any real chances. And I know it's difficult when teams put the 11 men behind the ball, but in a season, you're going to play probably 40% of football matches, maybe even more, where teams are doing that. So if we don't have a solution to that, we're not going to win the league. Because that's how, I'd say minimum 40% of teams will just put 11 men behind the ball. Mm-hmm. And if we're saying we can't create anything, then we need to forget about the league because we're not going to be up there. Well, where do you see us finishing this year? You have to be honest with yourself.
I think we finished top 4. I think that by the end of the year, certain teams will fall. There'll be enough shakeup, but at the same, I don't think we win the league. I said that I said that since Tottenham. I don't think we win the league, but I think we finished top 4. But I think it's going to be way closer than it should be, just because right now there's so much going on within the top 7 or 8, and every week big clubs are dropping points. But how many times do we have to get on here and say this was a huge missed opportunity? It's been like the last either 4 or 5 Premier League matches where it's been like, this was an opportunity for us to gain ground. This was an opportunity for us to gain ground. And we continue to drop points. And these are the matches you have to win. So I don't know.
And we've done that. We keep like the phone show and the watch longs. We are repeating ourselves week after week saying,
we say it every match right now.
Yeah. Every phone show afterwards, we're always like, yeah, right. Like, we can push on. We need to win our next few games. We need to win our next few games. And how long can it go? And do you know what I mean? How long does it keep going? Win our next few games. I dread that February period where we have Champions League football. We have all them difficult fixtures, all congested into a small amount of time where we can drop so many points. I wanted to go into that kind of area, having kind of banked some points to be able to say, right, yeah, we can draw this or we can lose a game here. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now it's looking like we're getting to that time as the season where it's going to be, you have to win every single game now towards the end of the year. And then people will be like, yeah, we aren't close off top, but that's just by a miracle, that. I actually don't understand how we're 6th. I don't understand how high we are in this table, and I don't, how many points we have top 5?
5, yeah. They play tomorrow, and one of them wins and goes to 8. We do have a game, and it's ridiculous how close we are to the top given how we play. But
I'm sick of relying on other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, focus on ourselves and let's just do us, and let's.
I will say this though, in terms of us getting the Gladbach draw for Champions League, Bundesliga they play so wide open just in general that's going to suit us very well as a football club in terms of what we're built for, playing the teams that aren't going to drop 11 behind the ball, aren't going to play a back 6. That's exactly what we are built for and how we are going to beat teams. And maybe that's going to be our best opportunity where we go on a run against international or other league clubs because they don't play how we get played in the Prem. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people saying that Champions League might be the way to go with this sort of pragmatic approach, but I don't know. I'm struggling to find any sort of confidence, really, Spencer, to be honest with you, mate. Right, okay. Hopefully speak to you again after Southampton, where hopefully things get better, but there's no real, there's nowhere really.
There's no evidence anymore to back yourself up.
Yeah, mad. Spencer, nice speaking to you, mate.
Yep. Thanks, lads. See ya.
Cheers, Spencer. See you in a bit. Hey, we continue. Also, by the way, Bray, the light is flashing red, which means we have a new member. Before, Ollie B has upgraded his membership, bro, to a tier 3 member. So,
yes, shout out, Ollie.
Well in, Ollie, welcome to tier 3 gang. We're going to be doing a lot more extra club, like tier 3s and 2 videos soon, and members live streams, so you'll be all a part of that. Ed Holmes, by the way, has also joined the extra club. Welcome to tier 1, Ed. If you want to get in the Discord server, exclamation mark Discord in the chat. I'll put it in.
Oh, you're going to do it for him now?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? We're very nice, aren't we? Exclamation mark Discord in the chat, and then click the link. Lewis posted a thing a couple of days ago. Should be like the top 1, top 2. Right then, we continue with the phone-in show. Thank you, everyone. If you are watching, please press the like button. Helps other people find the channel. And if you haven't already noticed, we have City Extra merch now. You know what I mean? It's Christmas. Go get yourself some merch. Next up is Lewis. It's you, Bray. No, it's not. It's Lewis Gillies, who we've spoken to quite a lot. He's an OG, really, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's in there with the OGs. Lewis Gillies. Oh, spitting bars for days, Bray.
Let's see if we can get him in.
Yes, Lewis. If you're there, please unmute the mic. Unmute the mic with the mic. Who's side? Let me know if I should quit this job and go into garage. Hi, Lewis, mate. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fuming, boys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, this is what we need.
Spitfire. What are you fuming about?
Spit the fire.
Honestly, I just it's common sense, man. Like I think what you were saying in the live stream was absolutely spot on. With, you know, if you've got, you know, give the fullback something to worry about. With, you know, with the left-footed player as a winger and left-footed left back, you know, the fullback is just going to know every time. I'm just gonna, you know, I just know to go on my stronger foot, and I know that he's just going to go down to the byline every time. If you've got someone that's cutting in and the fullback that's actually going to go down the wing, you know, you give them something to worry about. You know, like with they don't know what you're going to do. They don't know if you're going to pass to the winger that's going to cut in, or they don't know if you're just going to bomb down to the byline. It's just common sense, and I don't know what Pep was thinking with the setup. I wasn't, you know, with the lineup he put out, I thought the exact same as you. I wasn't worried about it just because I thought the way that he would set up, but it just set us up for failure that today.
You know what, Lewis? It's funny, right? Well, not funny because it's not funny, but a bit ironic is that he's played inverted wingers all year. And in some of the games, you're like, nah, he needs to switch it up. And then in the one game where I actually think he should have played inverted wingers because of the fact that you've got flying fullbacks, he doesn't. And it completely destroyed any opportunity for Mendy and Cancelo getting forward. And there's so many examples, you know, time and time again, Cancelo playing as an inverted fullback. The reason why? Because Sterling was right wing, so he couldn't go into that wing space because it was occupied by Sterling. And again, it's the same on the left hand side. Same with Mendy. Mendy wanted to bomb forward naturally because he's that type of fullback, but he couldn't because Foden was in that position. And I said it before and I'll say it again. There was one time in the second half where they switched, Foden and Sterling switched, and Sterling got the ball on the left hand side, cut inside. The fullback went with him, and it created an absolute gigantic amount of space for Ben Mendy. Now, in the end, I think he put a poor ball in. But that was the one time, really, that we had a fullback properly getting down the wing. And it's just bizarre that he's played inverted wingers all season. And sometimes fans will be getting on his case because it's invert FC, as people say. And in the one game, arguably, where he should have played it, he didn't, man. He didn't. It's a bit bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. If as idiots just sit, you know, fans just watching the game can see that, and, you know, Pep on God knows what he's on a week, like, can't see that. Like, I don't know what the hell we're doing here. You know, you know what I mean?
You need a pay rise, don't we?
Exactly. But the other thing as well is just like, you know, Foden, if he's not going to be played in the middle, then why the hell didn't we go out and get, you know, a creative midfielder in the summer? You know, like, it's just, And as well, like our defense is actually sorted now, and I think what you said in the live stream is like exactly correct. You know, like is he scarred from last season? Because our defense is solid now. You know, we don't have to keep persisting with this double pivot thing all the time. You know, like you, it's West Brom for God's sake, it's West Brom. Like we could like, how much are they actually gonna, you know, how much attacking threat are they actually gonna offer that we have to sacrifice so much going forward to actually, you know, to win the game? And oh man, I'm just so fuming.
I'm feeling this call. I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? I feel the pain through the phone.
I feel the pain. I think everyone's just a little bit fed up at the moment, Lewis, mate. And I think and one thing that does make it frustrating is I don't think we need massive changes. I think we need tweaks here or there. To the system.
You seen the difference it made when we pushed Gundogan forward a little bit. Imagine if we just had Bernardo there.
Yeah.
The thing as well, like why hasn't he made that decision early on in the game? What happened to the days of us actually killing a game against these weaker teams, like in the first half, you know, 3-0 up by half time? We're always just making it difficult for ourselves, and they can just sit back and just, you know, absorb pressure, and, you know, then the pressure gets to us, and we've got all these, you know, off passes, and, you know, we just feel the pressure and we just can't break these teams down. It just happens over and over again. I'm just sick of it, you know.
Yeah, mate, I think he's beat for everyone. It doesn't get any easier though at the weekend. We'll have to see how that one goes, but I'm not too optimistic, Lewis, mate. Thanks a lot for coming on, mate. Good points there, mate. Yeah,
no worries. Later on, lads.
Cheers, Lewis. See you in a bit.
Yes. So a shout out to Thomas Redgrove with a £4.99 super chat. He says, last time we drew to West Brom in 2011, we won the league that season.
As if it's been 9 years.
Yeah, the Southampton game could determine whether we challenge for the league or top 4.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, Ollie B's come in and said we could be as low as 12th after tomorrow.
Bro, don't we... I was trying to take the positives.
Sorry, bro.
I was trying to take the positives. I was like, yes, bro, we're 8 points behind the league title with the game in hand. Everything is not too bad, you know what I mean?
Not too shabby.
And then I get that news. Thanks a lot for the super chats, guys. Let's take the next call, Bree.
Yes. Hit up that next call. Oh, by the way, who's the last member that joined? Was it Ed? Ed Holmes. How do you get in the Discord?
He's
Ed.
in.
Is he in?
Yeah, I just accepted him. Yeah,
nice.
You're in, Ed.
Nice. Right, okay. Next up then is Jinan.
Yes. Let's get Jinan on. Let's see what Jinan has to say. Jinan, how you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Are you fuming as
How
well?
you guys doing?
Are you disappointed? Are you fuming? Are you calm? How are you feeling?
I'm gutted about the result, to be honest. I didn't understand this double pivot thing against West Brom at home, out of all teams. Like, seriously, what was Pep thinking there?
What would you have done? You're Pep Guardiola then, Jinan. You know what I mean? You just got the point against United. All right, pretty solid. Yeah, we didn't create that much, but pretty solid. We take the point. He's happy with that. We move on to West Brom. What would your tactics have been at the beginning of the game?
To be honest, I would have gone with one holding midfielder and 2 creative players. Someone like, for example, Foden or maybe even Bernardo Silva to an extent. I would have gone with that. And then I might have even gone with Torres in this game. Felt like this was the game that maybe Torres would have been an option as well, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, we backed that in our preview. We said that potentially we'd have Sterling right wing and Torres left wing. But subsequently we were playing Mendy left back and Walker right back, not the way that we set up tonight. I don't even know where to start, mate. I don't know where to start.
What do you see you get betting, Gina? Because at the moment, I'm saying, in my opinion, it's not that bad. I think there just needs to be small changes, little tweaks here or there. I'm not saying we need a new manager. I'm not saying we need to go and splash the cash. I'm just thinking that Pep just needs to make 1 or 2 changes, and I think we'll be all right. Do you see the same, or do you think that it's worse than that? Do you think that we're in the mud, as they say?
I mean, we're in a little bit of the mud, but then I also agree with you in terms of, like, I think this will take time. I think Pep does need to make 1 or 2 changes, and if it works, then he should stick with it consistently, because then that's gonna help get results. But then if he gets it right and then he still changes it, even though he got it right, that just makes it worse, because that means we're just gonna be basically keep on changing formations, go with like pivot and then not double pivot, and then try.
So you think he needs to just try and pick a team, win a game, and
Yeah.
then just stick with that team rather than changing it all the time?
Because when we won the league, like on the 17 and 18 season, and even 18 19 back to back, if you look at the matches that we've played, right, we've been like constantly doing like winning one game and then winning another and then winning another and then creating like a 10, 12 match, even more winning streak. And then I think on that season we got like, I think 19 wins in a row. So yeah, and that's the season where we blew everyone out the title. Like no one was on the same level as us.
Do you think City can come back? Do you think we can still win the league, or do you think it's too much?
The league is still alive because it's only how many points are we behind the top?
5.
Five
could
now,
be 8 tomorrow.
and it could be 8 if there's a win in the
5.
game tomorrow.
And we have a game in hand as well.
That's right. Yeah, after tomorrow we will. Yeah.
To be honest, I think the league is still alive. Yeah, but it's just about we need to put the consistent performances in. Like, I can't see us challenging for the league unless we go on like maybe 5-6 match winning run.
Yeah.
Because I think in January we got like Liverpool as well. I think
February.
It was that February.
February we go.
Yeah,
on
February.
I mean, you say we need to go on. What do you say? We need to put some good performances together and then go on a bit of a winning run.
Yeah, good performances. Stick with the players that are in form. For example, John Stones.
Yeah.
As long as he's doing well, he needs to play. I don't know why he didn't play that game.
I thought that was a mistake. I thought that was. We was having this discussion in the Extra Club Discord server. I think it was this morning or yesterday. We was having this discussion about whether there should be changes, and you know, I said it, and I said initially that I wouldn't mess with that defence. I'd keep it exactly how it is. I'd keep John Stones and Diaz. They formed a good partnership, and you don't want to mess it up. And you know, he's made the change, and he put Ake in, and you know, I don't want to shout on the guy, but he did have a crap game, and you could argue ultimately he's cost us with that mistake today. And but I just thought
that defending was poor from Ake, to be honest.
Yeah.
What was he doing there? Like, okay, there's a player in front of you. Like, try and battle him. Like, try and win for the ball. And then he's like just waiting for Diaz to cover his mistake. Which to the defenders that we've got with Stones and these guys, like, we shouldn't have to be relying on one defender just basically fixing that defender's mistake. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. Completely agree, mate. Ginan, been good speaking to you, pal. Hopefully speak to you again at the weekend. Hopefully after a win.
Yeah, speak soon.
Hopefully a bit light.
Hopefully, yeah.
But
right, take care, guys.
That's
right,
mate.
Yeah, hopefully things change at the weekend and we can see some there. But I see what you're saying. Get a good run of games going. Consistent team.
I mean,
start changing tactics.
At this moment in time, bro, I'd just take any win.
Just a win will do.
Any win at this moment in time.
I'd take a couple of goals. You know what I mean? I just want a few goals, man. I want to celebrate.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like ages since we properly got to celebrate. Anyway, moving on. Thick and fast. Next up was Frankie, but Frankie is not there unless I can't see him, Bria.
No, it looks like for Frankie's left the waiting room. He had enough.
Yeah, he's had enough. Well enough. Next up then is B Moons.
B Moons. Yes. It's B Moons. B to the M to the O to the O to the O to the N to the S.
It's not Moons, he's Moons.
Is he Moons? Oh, yes, B Moons. Sorry, man. I think I'm losing my mind. Anyway, please take the microphone and tell us how Man City are playing crap, aren't we?
Just a little bit. I mean, it wasn't great. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like we were absolutely diabolical. But it just... We should win. We need to win. I think the league is not over yet. I think it's close to being over. I think if we lose again, I think, especially if we lose again, you know, anytime in the near future, I think, you know, before sort of February time when the Champions League kicks off again, I think if we drop more points before then we're looking at, you know, get top 4 and call it a day.
I've got to say, I think you're our most positive caller of the day.
Yeah, I think you've done it.
I think so. You said, right, so, I mean, you say it wasn't diabolical, right? But it was still questionable, wasn't it? I mean, we've talked a lot about the double pivot. You know, we've had a defensive mistake, which is ultimately, you know, you look at it, we've drew the game because of a defensive mistake. But There are still other issues there for me. You know, you're still playing Kevin De Bruyne pretty much on his own in that creative role. Now, I've said this for a while. Kevin De Bruyne is not having the best time this year. I'm not putting that on him personally. I personally believe he's carrying a burden so big that it's just weighing on his shoulders. And I think he needs a break. You know what I mean? Not a break as in taking out the team. And bloody hell, we can't afford him to be taken. But you need someone. I think the last caller said it. We need someone to go next to Kevin, in my opinion.
To free up some space for him.
Yeah, to help him out. What do you think?
Help him out.
Yeah, he needs someone who's gonna, not operate in the same space, but a similar space. Someone who, if he's in, if he's got players around him, someone who he can just pass it sideways and move it from, quickly from one end of the pitch without having to long ball it. And someone who will drag players out of position themselves and create a bit more space for him. He's living off of moments at the moment. He's got moments of the game where he pops up, does a few passes, maybe puts in a cross, gets a corner. But apart from that, he's missing from most games because there's just a massive gap. He was pressing highest up the pitch at points today,
well,
which
a lot
was
of times today.
a bit odd.
Yeah, it was weird that, and then you seen Jesus dropped a lot further back, which is weird. And I kind of he does need help. And I'm thinking maybe in my head there when you were talking, I was thinking at like possible options in maybe go in January and buy someone. But do we not have someone right there? I mean, we have Bernardo Silva. Can he not help?
We have options. We have Bernardo Silva could play that role. I'm surprised he hasn't got game time of late, considering how below average we've been.
Yeah.
Phil Foden, I thought it was a bit of a mistake to play him further forward. I would have played Ferran Torres there instead.
Yeah.
I'm not fancying Phil Foden out wide. He can play there. It's like Cancelo at left back. You'd play him there when you need someone to be there. You wouldn't start them there when you have other options.
Pep doesn't trust him though in the midfield. I think he thinks he gives the ball away too much. What would you say to that?
I didn't think that was the case today, though. I thought he played quite well until he was taken off. I would have kept him on. I would have taken off Rodri to bring on Aguero and move Foden back just to help De Bruyne out a little bit. I thought that was a strange decision to keep the double pivot when he started making subs. And I also thought the subs came a little bit too late. It was the 75th minute, I think, before he made his first one, where he made a double change.
Is that a surprise?
I mean that's quite early for Pep, that, isn't it? 75th. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, at least he made them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's mad. I don't know. it's just a little bit frustrating, isn't it? A lot more than frustrating, because you got these quality players and we're just not performing for whatever reason, man. No, whatever reason it is, I don't know. B Moons, nice speaking to you, mate. Hopefully we speak to you after a win at St Mary's at the weekend.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. I think every time we had you on, has it been a loss? Or not a loss, a draw?
Oh, God, I've got a horrible track record. I've had 3. One of them was the United the day before, and we've drawn the other 2 that I've been on.
Oh, no. We need to get you a win under your belt.
I know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hope so, mate. Hope so. Right, thank you very much for coming on. We'll speak to you again at the weekend.
Yeah, thanks.
See you in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's pretty mad how that was our most positive call. I think it was our most positive call. Guys in the chat, was that our most positive call of the day?
Because
we weren't diabolical.
Isn't it weird that there's a lot of people who ring us who have only rang us off the back of losses?
Well, we've only started this
draws,
a month or so ago, and since then we've been on a crappy run. So, yeah, not the best time to start it. Bloody hell.
I know.
Right, I think what we're going to do the lock.
Oh.
Those that are in the waiting room, we will speak to you. If you're not in the waiting room, we won't speak to you.
There's logic.
Yeah.
But yeah, the waiting room is now closed. Do you know what I mean? It's like the voting is now closed.
Yeah, please do not vote after your, you may still be charged.
May still be charged.
Shit.
Yeah, please do join the X Club after this time, because you may still be charged. That's not true.
Everyone everyone in the waiting room, you have been messaged, so you should know when you're on. But yeah, we've got a couple more people to talk to, Bray. So let's keep it going. Let's see if we can expand on that positivity. I'm not optimistic. I don't believe we will. But let's see if we can get some more optimism.
Yes, well, he knows his next. He knows his next. He's Epic Nin.
Epic Nin.
Epic Nin is in the chat. He knows. Yes, mate. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Are you good? Are you good
Are
though?
you good though? Or you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be passionate today, man. I'm not happy at all, man.
Go on.
Seriously.
Get it off your chest. Go on.
But the players and the coach has to be playing for this today. Oh my god. Let's start with Pep. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Don't get me started. The first half performance was dreadful. It was killing my eyes. Literally void of ideas going up front. Starting off with a double pivot. Knowing that it does never work in the Premier League. Still continuously playing it. And we have literally no width. Yeah? Oh my god.
So it sounds like you're putting this on them Pep then. You think he got the wrong tactics?
No, I'm talking... yeah, I'm going to get to the players as well. Also, the most frustrating part of today is his substitutions. Yeah? He needs to fix it up. He fixed up in one time his substitutions. I'm sorry, his life without substitution never work. A life without substitution is only works when you are winning a game. Yeah, unfortunately, his substitutions before used to work. Now he's running out of ideas. He never does like a tactical change. Oh god, man. Now going to the players now. I think the players should take initiative when things are not going well. Forget about the tactics and stuff. Take initiative. I don't know. Do something about it. Not try and be imaginative or something. You don't need a coach to tell you to drum in your stupid head to like make passes. I don't know. To create a chance. I'm not like this, yeah. But after that dreadful performance against West Brom, who have conceded 23 goals this season.
I think it's 26.
Bear in mind, 26 goals. That's even worse. Bear in mind, without that 5-0 anomaly against Burnley, yeah, which I was positive about, we only scored at least 13 goals, which is among of... Oh my god.
It's very.
I know what he's. Yeah, I know he's trying to reassure the defense, but I'm sorry. You have to change up your tactics or something instead of playing two defensive midfielders. At this point, what's our table look like right now? What's our table? What position are we in?
Sixth.
We're sixth.
We could drop to 12
right
tomorrow.
now. We're gonna be among Arsenal, Bantu FC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's us. That's the situation that we're in now.
Having Arteta hand in hand again.
Yeah, the hand in hand.
Together, just not in the way they expected.
I mean, oh my god.
To be fair, people always said they'd love to see Pep and Arteta back together next to each other again. They'd be next to each other.
Nah, I
just
don't
in
want
the
to
league.
see that Tapas Pulis out of our club again, man. After what I've seen at Arsenal, man. I don't want Tapas Pulis near this club. Man, I am so frustrated about this game. There's so many, like, there's only about this team. Yeah, he only needs to make small changes to make everything work to get results. But for some reason, yeah, those small issues make a massive problem and implode, which in turn makes us negative results and not winning us matches. You know, the funny thing is, yeah, the reason why we're not scoring goals is just not putting it in the back of the net. That's his quote, yeah?
I believe so.
I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated. I'm sorry to be negative. I'm usually positive, you guys, you know.
Yeah. But you're right though. You're right in what you're saying. That the negativity is right, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? It's everyone is filled with it. We've had one person who we said was positive, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand where you're coming from being like all negative in that, and
I don't
you don't
want
have to
Pep
apologize.
out, yeah. Yeah, but I don't want Pep out of this club. I love Pep. I appreciate everything he's done, But look now, he's not good, showing good about about his 2-year contract. That ain't looking good for him. And history tells us, that he is not capable of rebuilding the squad. But I trust in him. Let's see if the pressure is on him now. Yeah, if he could rebuild the squad.
Well, that's
it. The questions need to be asked now, isn't it? Can he do it?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see, mate. You know, that's the big question. That's the question that people are asking, and we're finding out. You know what I mean? As the season goes on, we're finding out it's not looking great at this moment in time. But you know, we're not a million miles away. If a team wins tomorrow, we're 8 points behind, game in hand. But it is getting to the point now where, you know,
We'll judge him at the end of the season.
That's it.
I judge him, or like I personally would rather him to resign at the end of the season, not sacking him because it might look bad on him, and it might cover how so good he's done for our club, making beautiful football, changing the way, changing how fans in the UK look at how we play football and stuff. We had magical moments, and I think this in the centre, I will always appreciate him, and that's why I do not want him to be sacked. I just want him to resign.
Big statement.
Big statements.
We'll have to see. Hopefully, we get the win against Southampton, and maybe you feel a bit.
I hope so. I hope so.
We'll see.
I hope so, man. I hope he fixes up soon, real quick. Because let's see our fixes right now. What do we have now? We've got Southampton. Let's see how good they are against the Banter Club tomorrow. Let's see. And then we got the Banter Club in the AFL Cup. I don't know what is gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen in that game. Can we win against Newcastle? Yeah, I reckon we could. About Everton? Yeah.
Well,
and then we got Chelsea.
It's time. It's time to start putting some performances together. You know, you know what I mean. It's the time. The time
players,
they've got to start putting performances together. Got to get wins. At the end of the day, that's the situation, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, players have to take initiative. Like I said before, they have to take initiative. You don't need a coach to always motivate you. We got Ruben Diaz. I think we do not have enough leaders in our squad, unfortunately. Can you tell me which only player we have? Do we only have Ruben Diaz?
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, probably
pretty much.
In Kev, yeah. No, you raise a good point, mate. You raise a good point. Well, we'll have to leave it there, mate, because we've got other people in the queue. But yeah, there's people who agree with you. There's people who don't. But you raise some good points, mate. And
it is what it is, then.
It is.
Football's about opinions. So.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
100%, man. 100%. Nice one for coming on. Hopefully, speak to you again after a win and see that optimism come through.
Right. Let's see. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Yes.
A very, very not happy Epic Nin.
He's not pep out, but he thinks maybe at the end of the season it might be time for him to leave.
To resign.
So he doesn't want him sacked, but maybe at the end of the season.
That was a very long 2 minutes. Yeah, we agree. Also, Banter Club, we could now. I mean, I don't think. Are we in the right frame to call them Banter Club yet? I mean, we're so close to them. Are we now Banter Club?
I'd swerve. Yeah, I'd fully swerve.
Yeah, right. Don't throw stones in glass houses, maybe. Is that the saying? When you don't. I mean, because
I think you
should look at yourself before dissing someone else. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, right. Next up caller is Bruno.
New member, bro.
New member.
I think he joined a few days ago.
Yes.
Let's get Bruno in here for his first call on City Extra YouTube. Bruno, how are you doing?
Hello, yeah, I'm pretty frustrated after seeing that, but you know, it is how it is.
It is what it is. A famous saying for us that we love it here.
Yeah.
Are you optimistic about the season, or do you think that after that draw, do you think maybe you can't see us getting a good run of results together, and we should just aim for top 4?
I think, well, obviously we need to get top 4 because if we're not playing Champions League next season, then that will be very, very disappointing. But the league as it is, is very strange this year. Loads of people are dropping points. We see like Tottenham, they've dropped a lot of points. Liverpool, they've dropped a a lot of points. You know, City obviously dropped a lot of points as well. But we can't rely on other teams to drop points for us to win the league. I think we need to go on a winning streak and start, you know, winning games and getting top of the table, really.
Yeah, well, that's it. Innit? At the moment, I'm still bewildered, right? That's the word, isn't it?
That's a big word for you, Brit.
Yes, yeah, tick that one off the list. I'm bewildered, yeah, how we're still sixth. Now, I know it could all change tomorrow, but even so, you know, the worst case scenario is we'll be 8 points behind the first team with a game in hand, you know.
Yeah.
At some point, as you say, Bruno, it's going to get to a point where we have to start winning games, isn't it? We're going to have to start putting a run together because sooner or later it is going to fall away from us, or we're going to fall away from the number one spot.
I think we need to really start winning now. I think it really needs to start. It should have started at Tottenham, but it really needs to start now because if we keep dropping, Liverpool, Tottenham, they're going to fly ahead and it's going to end up like last year.
Yeah, where last year was unacceptable as it was. Liverpool had an outstanding year last year, and we had a bad time. But,
I know, but we need to start winning. I know we've played Leicester. Well, I wouldn't say they're league contenders, but they are a good team.
Yeah,
we lost to them. Drew against Liverpool, drew against United, lost to Tottenham, and we need to start beating the big teams. Like we've got Everton and Chelsea coming up now, I think, soon.
Well, can I just stop you there, Bruno? You say we need to start beating the big teams. I mean, we need to start beating
the little
any
teams.
bloody team at this moment in time. You know what I mean?
Well, that is true.
You know, you're right. Yeah, we didn't beat Leicester, we didn't beat Liverpool, didn't beat United, didn't beat Tottenham. You know, that's not good. But the same situation, we didn't beat Leeds, we didn't beat West Ham, we've not beat bloody West Brom today. You know what I mean? We're not beating anyone.
We need to just start winning in general, like just winning games, winning football matches, because we're not going to win this league without winning football games. There's no way that Tottenham, Liverpool are going to keep losing and drawing like us. They're going to eventually probably start winning games.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Just last question before you go. Pep said today, we are creating, but we cannot do it. Now, I don't actually know what that means, but are we creating?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what he means or what he's really on about. I think creating again. I'm really against that double pivot of playing whoever it is, Fernandinho, Rodri, Gundogan, even Bernardo. I just think we need to sack that off and play like attacking midfielders. We got De Bruyne and Foden as our attacking midfielders. Bernardo as well, I guess. We need to really just start playing one CDM. I think our defense has improved a lot this season. I think we can play just a back four without two CDMs in front of him. I think they're really good enough. You know, Stones, he's been doing really well this season. Diaz has shown that he's, you know, a good player as well. Laporte, I mean, he's still Laporte, but he hasn't had the best season. But, you know, he can bounce back and do better, obviously. And then Ake, he didn't have the best of games today, but also showed this season that his qualities and how well he can do. So I think we need to just bin off that double pivot and start playing more attacking, two cams, I think. Two cams, one CDM.
I completely agree. And I was hoping that today we would have seen that. I thought it was the perfect opportunity.
Especially against West Brom. They were obviously going to, you know, Pep should have known that. They were obviously going to sit back. And probably did know that they were just going to sit back and just have to get a point, have to score in the counter or whatever.
Yeah, not good, Bruno. Thanks a lot for coming on, man. New member, innit? So yeah, nice speaking to you, and hopefully speak to you again soon, mate.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Bruno. Thank you very much.
See you.
See you in a bit. Next up on the calls,
people saying we should have asked him if he can score penalties.
Call Bruno. Yeah, mate. Big. He could win us some penalties as well, innit? Right then. Next up is
it 3 more calls?
No, it's Ali B Gamer.
Oh, 4 more calls. 4 more calls, guys. Let's go. Let's see what Ali's saying. Ali, regular on the show, waited a long time today,
yes,
man.
Yes,
so
yes.
Appreciate your patience, Ali. What are you saying? How are you doing? Oh, that wasn't
the usual Ali that we usually get.
Oh no, what's going on, Ali? What's going on?
No, disappointed, man.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's not nice.
Getting draw at Etihad to the West Brom, we should definitely get the 3 points there. Bro, I'm so annoying. We had 2 chances at the end of the game. We should put it in the net. It's 7-meter net. Why the hell we hit where the goalkeeper is standing? It's a 7-meter net. Come on, man. You should have scored this sort of chances.
So what are you thinking then, Ali? Are you thinking that it's on the players for not putting the ball in the net? Because Pep Guardiola was asked, why are Man City not scoring? And Pep Guardiola said, because you have to shoot one ball inside the net. So do you agree? Do you just think that this is just a case of the players are not scoring the goals when they're getting the chances and therefore there's nothing that we can do? Or do you think there's a little bit more to it?
No, it's a problem by the players. I can see the problem with the Pep Guardiola. They're making chances. When they inside the box, inside the net, they should put the ball in the net. I don't know how the hell they're not scoring goals.
Yeah. Well, I've said before, this team has not got a good conversion rate. You know, today you're absolutely spot on. And let me take you to another game, which exactly the same thing happened, right? And it was exactly the same scoreline. Can anyone guess?
Take us there, bro.
West Ham away, right? West Ham away.
I was going to say.
We created very, very little, and in the last 5 or 10 minutes, we created 2 chances. I think they both fell to Sterling. Didn't take either of them, right? And people come on and say, "Oh, we've got to score the chances, And I get it, yeah. I get that the conversion rate of this team is not acceptable. We don't score enough goals given the chances that we create. However, given that's the case, the only other option is that somehow you create more chances, because Pep's got 2 options, right? One, the team has to up their conversion rate, and that's not possible. That you can't just players are not just going to go from not scoring to scoring loads of goals. You know what I mean? That's not going to just change overnight. The other option, which is within the manager's control, is to create more chances, because one way that he could do that is by dropping a CDM, playing one holding midfielder and playing another attacking player, and create even more chances. And that's the only way I see it at this moment in time. Yes, it's bang out of order, man, that these players keep on missing chances from 5 yards out or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Missing one-on-ones, but they are. So the way at this moment in time, the only way that you can get around that, you know what I mean, is by creating more chances. And we're not doing that because we keep playing 2 older midfielders, Ali.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, like I said before, Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, it's not a player to be on the team sheet every week. They not deserve that. They have to go on the bench. We got better player like Ferran Torres. He have to be on the starting team so he gets improved. Raheem Sterling is not good enough now. Gabriel Jesus is not good enough now. We have to play Ferran Torres and Aguero on the team sheet.
The thing is with Jesus, right? I feel sorry for Jesus, and let me tell you why. Number one, I don't think he's cut out to be a number 1 striker, right? And I think if we're all honest, he's not going to be a number 1 striker for us. But I think he's a decent second striker. But for the last, basically, in my opinion, 18 months, we've pretty much utilised him as our main striker. You know what I mean? And I don't think he can deal with the pressure. Last year, when he went on that 9-game goal drought, when everybody looked to Gabby Jesus for the goals and he didn't get any, I think at that moment in time, we all sort of realised that he probably wasn't
the man to replace Aguero.
Yeah, he wasn't the man to replace Aguero. But again, this season, he's played pretty much every single football match, and we are utilising him at the moment as our main striker when, you know, he's probably not up there at that top level. And not only that, Ali, we're not actually creating that many chances for him. I don't remember a single chance that he had today where you look back and go, he should have scored.
He has 5 touches in the box today.
Is that his fault, or is that the fault of the players not giving him the ball?
I don't know. Sometimes it's his fault, sometimes the other players are. But what I know is Gabriel Jesus is not a good finisher.
It's a tricky one, man. I like Gabby.
I like Gabby, yeah.
But yeah, I think
I like Gabby as well. He's a good talent. I'm not saying I don't like him. I like him as well.
Enjoy.
But he's not a replace for Aguero. I think in January we have to go for a striker, because if we keep playing like this, we're not gonna win any cups. We're gonna struggle in the Champions League, Carabao Cup, everything.
Man. I thought Ali was going to come on and give us some positivity, but it's difficult, isn't it, Ali? What you thinking? Just quickly, a quick word on Southampton. Are you confident?
Let's just win it.
Yeah, just win it. That is it at
I'm
the moment, isn't it?
50-50.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
about performance anymore. Just win it.
Just win the game.
Hopefully we can get the 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I've been negative today, but
Oh,
Nah,
mate, it's
nah,
all
mate.
right, bro.
Nah,
Everyone,
mate.
everyone's in the same situation.
We're
innit? We
all in
want
the
our
same
team
boat.
to win, and at the moment we're going through a rough patch. man.
hopefully after Southampton game I will be more positive.
Yeah, I hope so.
Nice one, Ali. Nice speaking to you, bud.
All right.
Cheers, mate. See you in a
Thank
bit.
you too, bye. See you, bye.
It's always good speaking to Ali, innit?
Yeah, man.
Freddie Pye clocking out earlier. Everyone's saying, yeah, Freddie's getting off. He's like, you know what? I'm done with this West Brom talk. I said a bit. that's Freddie's motive right now. I remind people again, Extra Club members, we'll be doing our review of the West Brom game. We're doing a full video on it after this. Go to the player ratings tab in the Discord and get your votes in. Just click the emojis, whatever number, because we're going to include them on our videos now. Look at that. We're including you in our videos. Not that we don't include you enough, but anyway, moving forward. Next caller, bro. 3 left. The last 3.
So we're going from the UK with Ali all the way to LA with Rusty, a regular on the show.
Yes.
Another one that's been, well, everyone at this point has been waiting a long time. So really appreciate your patience, guys. Nice sticking with us. And Rusty, hey, how are you feeling right now?
Absolutely good. What hasn't anybody else said before this? You know, hasn't really expressed our sentiment at this point.
Yeah. What are your positions then on this? Are you thinking, because Ali come on, and Ali sort of give a little bit of a difference in opinion. He's saying at the end of the day, we created 2 golden opportunities at the end, which I've got to say I agree with, and we didn't take them. You know what I mean? There's not much more you can do. Are you on that line or what? What's your position on this?
You know, I mean, I agree on it, but it's also, you got to take into context, why did those chances come so late, and why are they so minimal?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like season over season, we're producing multiple chances. Like, you look at our stat lines, I think on average we had 17 to 18 shots on target, you know, per game, and now all of a sudden we're dropping down to below 6. Like, it's, I mean, you know, if the chances decrease, you're obviously going to have a decrease in goals. Like, we've never been a clinical side. Let's be honest. Even dating back into our Centurion seasons, and we've never been clinical, but we've produced enough chances.
Yeah.
In order to, you know, to score on our chances, on several of those chances. So, I mean, I agree with Ali, but it really comes down to our system that Pep's putting in right now.
Can I ask you a question? We've been linked with Erling Haaland in the last week or two, saying City are legit. You know, even though they've got Raiola as his agent, they want Haaland. Do you think if he comes in, it's all solved, or do you reckon that there's more to it?
I think it's more to it. I mean,
I agree.
What people have said in the previous calls before me have basically what I've been saying for the several calls that I've had before with you guys. Was one, I started saying we need to start thinking about Pep being out, right? Because his frailty right now is that he thinks the defensive covers that we needed because of the double pivot, because of the defensive problems that we had last season, are carrying over into this season. He's being naive in that sense, and people have echoed that we're using this double pivot way too much, and it's mainly because I think it was maybe, I don't know if it was Jordan or Lewis or which one of you guys said it, but during the live stream, but we're good. We're putting in this double pivot, and it's resulting in less chances being created going forward.
Yeah,
everything is being carried over.
Yeah, he needs more trust in that defense. 100%, he needs to trust in that defense a bit more, because we have a quality defense now. We're looking good. Diaz has kind of like assured things in a way that I never expected that anyone could. And he just needs to ditch the double pivot. Ditch it. Like, think about when Gundogan moved forward. We played so much better. Put a player like another Cam in that role of Gundogan. Yes, Gundogan had a very good game today, by the way. But put another player like a Cam in that role, it creates chances. Imagine we had David Silva in that role today. A prime David Silva in that role today. Chances galore, mate. I just think Pep needs to, honestly, he needs to ditch the double pivot.
I agree. I mean, I feel like if we ship in a couple goals, okay, but the fact that we're losing the number of chances we used to create means more to me than leaking in 1 or 2 goals. Like we're gonna always have 1 or 2 goals go in, but I'd rather have those 1 or 2 chances come at very minimal expense for us to be able to create chances going forward.
The risk and reward scale, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And one thing I had brought up was, remember how I quickly discussed like how you would want to absorb pressure and then counter, because what it would do is it'll open them up by absorbing that pressure, and then we can get them on the counter. Like we can keep pounding at the door when they got 6 men behind the block. Like we knew West Brom was going to set up to park the bus, but the only way that you're going to get them to spread out, to spread those 6, is to absorb a little bit of pressure and catch them on the counter. You know, open that space up and allow our players to move freely, like Foden or Kevin, to just really get into positions which allow us to actually create a chance.
Yeah. Do you think it can get better here, or do you think we're stuck in a rut and this is basically going to be it for the season? Do you think it can be changed? Is it something simple? I believe that it might be something simple, and it's just a case of just changing a few players here and there. I don't think it needs massive stuff.
I don't think it's massive.
Do you agree, or do you think that it needs big changes, big signings, maybe even a new manager?
It's really hard to say. I think it's. I mean, I'm not a manager, so I can't really speak on it. But it feels like it's such a simple change, and it's just changing this double pivot. Because we've been double pivot every single match for it, what it feels like. I mean, I can't really think of any game that we've had or we haven't had a double pivot. And it seems like it's just reduced our creativity. Like, I can't understand double pivots against Man United, Real Madrid, like, you know, some of these opponents that will more likely face in the Champions League, these bigger opponents, but it's somebody like West Brom. Come on, you have to flex who we are. Like, we're not going here to show them that we respect them. We're going there to show them that we're ready to steamroll through them.
Yeah.
You know, so they're just in our way to get to what we need, which is the league.
With you on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should have flexed our muscle a little bit today, and I didn't. I thought we shied away from it, and you know, showed them way too much respect for a team that's 19th, a team that's won 1 game all season, a team that's conceded before the game 25 goals, now 26, and I just didn't really make sense to me. Rusty, that pal, this didn't make sense at all, and I'm with you, mate. Hopefully we can, you know, get this changed quickly, get some minor changes, and see the team start performing. Because at the moment, it's just not happening. It's not happening,
is it?
No.
Rusty, you guys a question on what do you think about Sterling? To be honest,
I like him. His finishing is just trash.
Yeah, it's a difficult question. You asked me at a bad time because he's just missed another good chance. But I don't think he's in the best form. First of all, I don't think it was right for Pep to start him up top at the beginning of the season. For me, that was a completely ridiculous decision. It took the confidence out of him. His best position is on the wing, and he played him in a striker role, which I personally believe these 6 or 7, maybe even 8 other players in that team that were better than him in that striker position. He played him in that position, didn't do that well. All right, might have got a couple of goals here or there, but
the chances he missed.
Yeah, he missed a lot of chances, and just generally doesn't do well in that position. So he's not scoring goals. He's not playing well. So he's out of form, and then now he's out of form on the wing, and I think he probably needs a little bit of a rest out of the team. But I don't agree fundamentally. I didn't agree with him starting as a striker, and I think that's probably where it's all started from. Him starting as a striker, not in good form, and now he's just carrying that on the wings. And yeah, for me that was just a fundamental mistake from Pep Guardiola playing him as a striker. I thought he got that completely wrong personally. But yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully he can. We know he's got quality. But maybe a rest out of the team. I don't know. Maybe Torres. Give Torres a bit of a go
agree.
for a couple of
Torres
weeks.
and Mahrez, maybe.
Yeah, but he
Couldn't agree more.
when he's on form, he's one of the best wingers in world football. But he's not on form at the moment, so maybe take him out of the team. But then no one in the team's in form. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm like,
Besides John Stones.
and he didn't play.
And Diaz, yes.
Yeah, mad. Nice one, Rusty. Thanks for coming on again, pal.
You guys take care. Cheers,
Cheers,
lads.
Rusty. See you in a bit. Just 2 callers left.
2 callers to
Two
go.
callers to go.
In this night of city destruction, we thought we was going to win 6-0 and go 4th. That has not happened. Oh, was it 5th? It might have been 5th.
Nope.
Remember that? Remember that at the beginning of the stream when I was like, we're going to win 6-0 and
6-0 and go 5th.
That was funny, wasn't it? Next call, Bray.
Next up, we have Salford Knight.
Yes, Salford Knight.
Yes, Salford Knight. How you doing, mate?
Aye, guys. You okay?
Yeah, you're all right, Danny. It is Danny, isn't it? I always forget this. It is Danny. It's because your name's Salford Knight.
It is Knight, yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, I couldn't watch it with your watch along because I had a kind of dodgy stream, so I was probably about 5 minutes behind you guys.
Oh yeah.
But I thought, in a word, mate, without sort of swearing, I'll keep it politically correct. Biz, absolutely biz.
Yeah.
What do you put it down to, Danny?
Well, I tell you what, it's worrying. It's certainly worrying because it's 2 games on the trot now where we've been cautious Harry kind of game. You know what I mean? When we should have gone to OT, and we should have absolutely went through a weak kind of United side, and instead Pep cooked it over too much, thought about it, way too far, and just give them too much respect. And then he kind of, for me, he kind of did it again here, really. You know what I mean? I don't know why he's got this cautious approach. I just can't get my head around it at all. I think he needs to be dragged into the office. Don't get me wrong, we can't knock Pep, can we, for what he's done for us?
No.
He certainly needs a trip in the office and having a serious word with. Absolutely.
Right, let's go back to that United game because I'm fascinated by what you said there. Right, against United, I was on the complete same line as you, Danny. I was like, these have just got beat off Leipzig. They needed a point from 2 games in the Champions League.
Pogba said he wanted out.
Yeah, they got knocked out of the Champions League, having been pretty much secure to go through. The best player, or the most expensive player they've bought, the guy on the most wages, his agent's just come out and said he wants to leave. I was on the same lines as you, Dan. It's like, let's go to Old Trafford and absolutely go for him. And I was fully aware of the risks that come with that, i.e. the counter-attack. But I just felt if we properly went for them, if we could get an early goal, they'd absolutely crumble. As it happened, we didn't do that. We got the point. I thought it was very negative. I wasn't very happy. However, I understood where Pep come from. I was getting it. And I thought to myself, all right, we got a point. That's not how I would have done it. But I understand Pep's thinking. If we go on a run, go on a winning run now, we might look back at that and say it's a good point.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we?
But he's come here today playing exactly the same way against a West Bromwich side who are 19th in the league. The manager's rumours that he's about to get sacked.
Yeah.
They're leaking goals for fun. And he's played exactly the same way. It wouldn't have been how I played it in a derby, but I get it. I do understand it. But today, I really question why he's done that. And I'm going to put out a bold statement here. I know Ake made a mistake, but with the Kyle Walker, Diaz, John Stones, and I know Mendy's a bit iffy. People are not still sold on him, but with that defence, I believe that's one of the best units we've seen at our football club for a very, very long time. And
solid.
I even go back to the early Company days when we had Company Lescott. I know he was solid then. And he's playing this formation, which is so defensive and protective of this defence, which I believe, and actually I want to see this. I want to see our defence tested. I want to see people going out and see if we can deal with it. You know what I mean? And take a little bit of risk.
The scary thing for me here is that this is what he seems to default to when we're in the latter stages of the Champions League as well, doesn't it? and that's worrying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it suggests he's going to do exactly the same once we get into these knockout stages, and it's all well and good. And then you were talking before about creating chances, and we can't put it in the back of the net, right? Well, I think every man and his dog knows that we should be putting it back in the back of the net, because what we should be doing, you can say that these guys can't finish, but they're not finishing specialists, if you like, and that's what we're at. I'm stopping myself from swearing here, guys, but that's what we're screaming out for, isn't it? We are screaming out for someone who is a specialist in that department. I mean, this game today, it was we had Sterling. Sterling got an header in the last. Gundo did as well, didn't he? Gundo got a header.
Yeah.
But I mean, if these are falling to a guy who knows where the onion bag is, who actually spends most of his time putting it in there, then you've got a goal there. He's winning your games. I mean, and that's why the money is so big for these guys.
Yeah,
and that's why we've got to go out. Stop messing about now. I mean, the trouble with Pep for me is he's stubborn. He's absolutely stubborn. He thinks he can, and it's all well and good, this putting people in other positions and stuff like that, but it doesn't always work. You need somebody to get into that position and absolutely finish. Do you know what I mean? Be clinical. And now all we've got now. I mean, not all we've got now. Dare I say that? But we've got Kun there. But I don't know whether we're going to get the same Kun back again. I don't know.
No chance. Not for me.
We certainly need a replacement, and we should have had this a long time ago. And that's why I'd have him in the office and say, hang on, where are we going here? What are we going to do? What are we going to do with this? Let's go and break the bank, and let's make a complete statement to the world of football that City are in it for the big time. And let's get the world's best at our club, because we can't have stopgaps. And that's what we've got now. We've got stopgaps now, and I'm ashamed of that.
Yeah, well, there was a like inside, but there was talks at the club when Aguero got injured, and then Gabby Jesus went into it. Went 9 games without scoring. The club kind of lost trust with him. I said this in, I think, the other left phone-in show, and I think the club was actively after replacing him, but then they went on this messy hunt. And I think that they are actively out there looking for striker. Obviously, we've seen loads of rumours and stuff, and recent news is saying it's Haaland. But it's a long way to go until Haaland.
It's the obvious one, isn't it?
Yeah, it has to be Haaland. It has to be Haaland, 100%. There's a lot of people calling for a striker in January. A lot of people saying Pratson Daka, is he called?
But guys, do you think we're at this? We're at the stage now where we can make a statement, can't we? Now we can absolutely blow everybody out of the water and make a statement, and I think that's what we should be doing now. We should be doing something like that. We can't have. I mean, like Lewis was talking about. I mean, putting Sterling in there. You know what I mean? We've got a midget as a centre. As a centre forward. No disrespect to Sterling, but out on the wide is where his place is. Do you know what I mean? And he's playing really poorly at the moment, I have to say.
He is. I think we are missing that kind of statement signing. You know what I mean? We don't really make these statement signing kind of things. Like you look at PSG, they went Mbappe, Neymar, statement signings. Real Madrid, they have a statement signing. Even the likes of like Barcelona, Griezmann, that's a statement, even though he's not at the best time there. That is a statement signing. Dembele was a statement signing for them, and even Frankie de Jong, that was a statement signing. As young as he is, we need that statement signing for us, and
we do. We absolutely do. I mean, we've got to move on another level now and make it. Do you know what I mean? Are we going to be just a normal? I mean, dare I say it now? We're looking a very, very average Premier side. Who'd have thought that? Jesus Christ, come on.
Last year, you wouldn't have thought that it would have come to this. You would have think, right, come on, next year we're going to challenge for this. And especially with the whole Pep Guardiola signing new contracts and stuff, and I'm sure there'll be stuff within that contract where they've said he's agreed to take over this transitional phase that we're in, and they'll be looking at where the club is going to go next. And like you say about dragging him into the office, that it could be a thing. Calderon could well speak to him now and say, look, we need to fix up.
Release a shackles.
Well, we are in danger here now. We are in danger of kind of, if someone was to dangle, if some sort of huge club would come in and dangle the carrot in front of De Bruyne, I mean, would he go for it? Do you know what I mean? Can you sort of hang on to these players? if we're playing this type of football. I mean, I know I don't want to over egg it, but it is worrying in the sense where we've got 2 games on the trot, and it's not been a miscarriage of justice either. You know what I mean? It's the way we played, innit? We set up to kind of play for a draw. I mean, them days were long gone. I thought I'd seen the back of them days when we used to go to OT and be cautious. That should never even come into our minds. It should be them really bricking it out us guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bit frustrating, isn't it, Danny? We'll have to see what happens. Obviously, we need to put some wins together quick, and at the moment, it doesn't even matter how the performance are. We just need to get wins on the board, and that's it's the time. That's man, it's just stressful, isn't it? It's stressful. We need to go out and sign a £100 million player, and how have we got here? You know what I mean? It's not like we've not spent any money. We have. We just keep.
We have spent money, but it's just not working.
Like you say, stop gaps, Danny. Nice one, mate, for waiting. I know you've been waiting a while, so appreciate that, pal.
All right, take care, lads. Anyway,
Yeah,
all the
cheers,
best
Danny.
for the Crimbo. Anyway,
Yeah, you two have a good Christmas, mate.
Nice one. That was Danny. Yeah, I mean, I agree with him. I'm just going to run through some super chats that we've got. Sir Alan comes in with his Aussie dollars, $7.99. He says, get rid of the double CDMs. Totally agree, mate. Completely agree.
Yeah, agreed.
Centurion, 100 points with the SEK 50. He says, Pep favoritism of certain players is costing the team. Although he's saying he's not doing that anymore, but is he? Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah, is that a true
And then
thing?
Alan comes in again with another $7.99 and says Rodri out.
Ooh, to be fair, there's a lot of people that'll back that.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people don't think he's right for that role that he's in, and we're not playing. See, one point in the chat before, we're not playing to Rodri's strengths at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. But is he suited to the Premier League? That's the question.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe a topic of another video in the future. Right, let's take our our last call of the night, guys. It's Ed. I think he joined as a new member today.
Yeah, he did. Waited a long time.
Yep. So yeah, let's he has waited a long time. So I really appreciate that, Ed. Let's get Ed on and see what he has to say. New caller.
Ed, if you're there, all you got to unmute your microphone, and you'll be live.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, how you doing, Ed?
How you doing, guys?
Well, as you probably imagined and you probably heard, not very well. I still believe that it's not disaster station.
It's not over.
I still think there's just a few tweaks. But what about you? Are you optimistic? We still got him. Ed, you still there? I don't know if you can hear us, Ed. Can you hear us? Hello?
Ed?
That was weird because we could hear him, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could hear him for a second and then he dropped out.
Ed, let me drag you out and then drag you back in. Can you hear us now, Ed?
Goes to grades, by the way. So it's 5:26 in the morning and you're still watching us.
That's mad. Oh, Ed, I think we can hear you.
Can you hear me, guys?
Oh, now he sound. What was he sound like? A Dalek or something? I don't know what's happening there. We can't. Let me drag you out again. Ed, can you hear us?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, mate, but
You sound like a Dalek, mate.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. That's very.
Clue what's going on, guys.
Oh, yeah, it does sound like a Dalek, doesn't it? Potentially, is it your signal? Do you reckon is it a signal thing?
I'm not sure. I have no idea what that could be, Ed.
Can you guys? Is it better now?
Oh no, it's still. No, it's still dodgy. I'm not sure what that is at all. I don't know if you want to try and let me try and. I don't know what to suggest, bro. Have you got any suggestions?
If you got this,
man.
if you got the app on your phone, then I'd suggest disconnecting, close the app, reopen it.
Yeah, do that, Ed. Disconnect, close the app, reopen it, and then join back in, and then we'll see if it's any better, mate. We'll wait for you. Yeah, people are saying it's. Let's see if he can. I think he's going to disconnect,
Dalek, yeah, lol, exterminate. We should have told him to say exterminate, shouldn't we? Oh, that's disappointing from us, as if we didn't say that.
Oh, he's a new member as well, so I want to get him on and see
Yeah,
what he's got to
same. I want to
say.
get him on, and he's waited a while. So I want to get him on. I want to hear what Ed has to say. Carlton asking about how do you remember the link. Nightbot keeps putting it in the chat, and it's in the description below, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it is.
West Brom AFC. Jake says, good game. Former West Brom fan with full respect. Nice one, mate.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate your...
To be fair to West Brom, they had the game plan, and it worked.
Yeah, they had the game
absolutely, fair play to them, they smashed it.
Yeah.
Freddie Pye's shot on target per is 14th in the league, mate. Oh.
Right, let's drag him in because he's still in the waiting room. So let's see, guys. Let's see if we can get Dalek Ed back on. Yes, Ed. Can you hear us? Ed? Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait, he's put in the chat there. Should be better.
Oh, he said she'll be better. Right, let's. Ed.
Can you hear us, Ed? Oh no. Oh no.
That's really frustrating.
What is the issue?
I wonder why that's happened. It's not happened on any other calls. That's so weird. And at the beginning, when he first joined, it was fine.
It was completely fine.
Does anyone in the chat know what could be going wrong here? No? Ben Smith says he's been exterminated. Hater says Ed dead. Ed is having technical. Ed himself says, what the fuck is wrong with my Wi-Fi?
That is true, that.
Manchester Blue said give up. Renner said you scared him off. I tell you what, Ed.
Can you hear me?
Ed, if you're there, say exterminate.
Yeah. Say exterminated, Ed. No, say it in the say exterminate in the voice, Ed, because it's still coming through as Dalek.
Say exterminate in the chat, Ed.
I have no idea what's happening.
Exterminate.
Oh no!
Wait,
It's gone back to normal.
No way! Yo, Ed, are you baiting us? You gotta be baiting there.
What the fuck is wrong with my Wi-Fi?
Ed, it's
Ed, we
working
can hear
now,
you properly now,
but
mate.
That is so annoying. The whole time we wanted you to say it with your Dalek voice, and now it's actually working. What? I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was the same. I wanted that exterminate bad, you know.
I can't believe that. I almost don't. I almost want to go back. That's so frustrating.
Wait, can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate.
We can hear you fine now.
Fine,
The
mate.
one time we wanted you to say something when it was a dodgy connection, and it just
Wait,
fixed.
it's lagging so badly.
Oh, is it?
Oh, we can hear you fine. So
Yeah,
I tell you what,
coming
Ed.
through smooth
I tell you what, Ed. We won't speak. You just give your opinion on today's game because we can hear you absolutely fine. So you just crack on.
This is pissing me off so badly. I haven't got a clue what went on today, boys. I'm not even going to lie. Honestly, I just don't have any words for it, to be honest. I was watching it, and I mean, it's my mum's birthday as well, and I was missing out on movie night. So, you know, it was just a bit frustrating. But then again, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think Pep's lacking confidence of trying to push players up. You get me? So, I don't know. I think he's lacking, the kind of integrity to kind of bring on more an attacking player and take off like Rodri or Gundogan or something like that. But I don't know. There's some issues that need to be solved, man. Including my Wi-Fi. But yeah, honestly, I can't believe it. Oh right, what do I do? What do I do against Southampton? Oh, Mum, they said happy birthday. Oh shit, thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I would do is I think probably drop Rodri. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan. I'd do Diaz and Stones again. I wouldn't play Mendy. I don't know. Play Mahrez, I reckon. Probably drop Sterling. I don't know. Honestly, we're just lacking a finisher, man. That's literally what it is. Honestly, guys, I don't know. My Wi-Fi is a bit shit, though, isn't it? So honestly, I'm loving the chat as well, actually. But yeah, guys, honestly, I don't have any words for it. To be fair, well, I do because I all said them. But you know how it is. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go. So I'll see you guys soon because I've got to go off to bed. I'm tired, so sick and tired, more like.
Yeah, buzzing. Right, thanks, Ed. I appreciate you waiting.
Right, that was Ed. That was the weirdest thing.
That's the
ever.
weirdest call, to be honest, right? I know they say sweet dreams, save your best till last, right? But that was honestly,
That was so funny.
That was so funny. It was unreal.
I can't believe the one bit that we wanted the thing to be lagging on, and it was fixed. That was.
I love how, you know what I love, right? We said to Ed, Ed, say exterminate, and he typed it in the chat.
I know.
Oh, Ed, mate, Ed.
Oh,
that
my
was
days.
funny, that, to be fair. Hopefully
That's
you can
annoying.
still hear us. That was annoying. Next time, we'll sort it out.
Yeah, hopefully, if it's just your Wi-Fi, which it sounds like it is, then hopefully get it sorted for next time. But yeah, I think we had a problem with Gnan once with his connection, but he managed to get it sorted out. So I don't know if you want to speak to Gnan in the
link
Discord
up in the
server
Discord, yeah,
and just see what Gnan did, because he had a problem at the beginning, but then he managed to sort it. So yeah, if you speak to a guy called Gnan, who's also an extra club member in the Discord, Ed. He might have a solution. But guys, we'll finish there. We took all the calls, man, which is absolutely mad.
21 calls, which is a record for this show.
Yeah. Thanks very much, everyone who's come on the show, spoken, waited. It's like I know you have to wait a long time, but
We're trying our best to keep we're trying to bring it down, aren't we? Like, this is a 2-hour show. We wanted to get it to about an hour, don't we?
Yeah.
So people aren't waiting as long. We're trying to implement stuff like this. Boys, please go sleep after this. We can't. We have 5 videos to record.
We have videos to record for the rest of the week. But guys, thanks very much for joining us. Yeah, not the best night at all.
No, not in terms of anything, but it is what it is, and we move on, don't we, Bria?
Yeah. Right, guys. Thanks very much for joining us, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.